Well, a major announcement today by NASA that a new form of life has been discovered right here on Earth, in California, in fact, where all good and perhaps all strange things come from.
Is there a microbe on Earth that could substitute arsenic for phosphorus in its basic biomolecular constituents? And so what did we find? We found that not only did this microbe cope or deal with the toxicity, we might say, with arsenic, but it grew and it thrived.
Well, this announcement came down just a couple hours ago, but for days the media has been anticipating it and discussing it.
But that also this could be about how NASA has a new way of trying to find extraterrestrial life.
Well, a mysterious NASA press release sparking major attention. They're holding a press conference this time tomorrow afternoon.
So what we're talking about here is the discovery of a microbe that eats arsenic. Arsenic, of course, previously believed to be poisonous, even deadly. Well, here to break this all down is space entrepreneur Jeff Manber. Jeff, let's talk about what this all means. A lot of people painting this as, you know, aliens. Is E.T. going to be in my backyard when I get home tonight?
Could well be, I don't know. But it's a reminder to us how there's a universal desire for us to be connected in the universe. And that's something that, you know, there's no spin on that, there's no public relations. And NASA, you know, when NASA puts out a teasing announcement from astrobiology, it truly gets the whole world excited. And whether it was South Africa, UK, everywhere around the world, people were hoping it was finally a breakthrough. And it was a fascinating announcement that, you know, we have to rewrite the whole rules on DNA, and there's new forms of life. And it's going to change where we look for life in the universe. But we should take this as a sign of how deeply we want to believe that there's a universality to life.
I know, I was going to say, you know, an arsenic-eating microbe, it sounds like very big news in the science world, but, you know, like you said, I mean, this is pretty significant. Talk about just how significant this kind of small discovery, but major discovery is.
Well, we think we understand what life is. We think you know it when you see it. Scientists pride themselves on saying, here's a set of 6 elements. You have these 6 elements, and that is life. Well, it turns out, surprise, surprise, they're wrong. And it's looking like, well, hey, there may be other elements that comprise life. Well, that opens the door. That opens the door to say that on other planets, on this planet, there may be life forms that we're just dimly aware of or unaware of. And really, when you think about it, the role of NASA, I mean, this is cutting edge. And no, we should not have gotten so excited. No, we should have understood that you know, E.T. wasn't phoning home. But again, it is a recognition of how important it is to us that we do this sort of research, because we don't understand what's out there.
And we're looking at pictures right now of this. It sort of looks like, when zoomed in, how many million times, I don't know, it looks like potatoes or something.
Right. It's bacteria.
Yeah,
it's bacteria. But it's a different form. Any textbook would have said this was not alive. And so if this is something that's on our planet, well, what can you say about Titan, one of the moons around Jupiter? What can you say about other places? We never really looked for life. And if there is life out there, however primitive, does that mean that one day it would be more advanced, or it was more advanced? And it really changes. There's something called the Drake number, the Drake factor, and it's the chance of finding life in the universe. Well, that chance has just gone up extremely exponentially, and I think it raises the chance of success that we will find life in the universe in the near term.
I guess the point and the thing to be excited about, life as we know it was not actually how we knew it. What do you think is next? Where do we go from here?
Well, in the space program, I would not be surprised if we went and looked at some areas in the universe and the solar system that before we would have said, nah, there's no chance that there's life there. So let's go look and see if they have, you know, arsenic forms of life or other things that may exist. And then in the science community, they really have to scratch their heads and say, you know, once again, we know a lot less than we think, and we don't even know what life is.
Sometimes the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. Just real quick, breakdown for people who don't really understand why it's so significant. I know I mentioned earlier, but arsenic, not something usually that you could imagine anyone could actually not only eat, but need to survive.
Right. Well, it's even more than need. The DNA of this bacteria is wired completely different. And there's 6 elements that comprise life. Carbon is the main ingredient. Phosphorus was one of them. This bacteria does not have phosphorus. It has arsenic instead of phosphorus. So now it raises the whole question of what else is it that could possibly be alive that we don't even know about. So it's a fundamental breakthrough, and it's going to change the way we look at the life and look at ourselves.
All right, space entrepreneur Jeffrey Mamber, and that is going to do it for now.